This is a Glass Box Media podcast.
I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
Okay, so we've received plenty of condolences to Christina about the, Bill and Ali Wong situation. We don't have to revisit it. I know it's very painful. But I wanted to say that your man, Cassie, Tom Cruise, has his eyes set on somebody new.
Who dis?
Shakira and Tom Cruise met at a Formula One event. I don't know if they'd met before. I feel like they've been in this, I feel like maybe they've met before, but they like
in Miami, right? Like
I don't know anything about
my
cars.
coworker is in Florida right now doing a Formula One thing.
Oh, maybe that's
big into it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about fast car situations. It feels very Tom Cruise.
It does.
You know, because of his,
or Tracy Chapman. Sorry. I'm sorry. Forget it.
Yes. No, never mind. Okay. That's more my speed, Christina.
That's a zenny old joke if I ever heard one.
I'm going to take my old ass to bed. No,
Night, Granny.
I did see that Shakira said that's laughable. Like, would never. But I did
Tom
also
Cruise is
see
though.
the pictures.
Yes.
And I was like...
He looks thirsty in
does.
those pictures.
Listen,
and he's the one who he said to his people that he was interested, which feels very Tom Cruise to me. Like he's like, make it happen. I feel like that's what he did with Katie Holmes, or he's just like, set it up.
You
know what I mean?
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah. So he told his people that he would be very interested in pursuing something with Shakira. Shakira is like, no, thank you.
Right on.
No, thank you, please. He's a nice guy, but I'd rather not. Which is a safe bet.
I haven't seen the pictures.
Don't get involved. I've seen those pictures of Nicole Kidman leaving the divorce
my
attorney's
God.
office.
Yes, it's a vibe.
Shakira, don't get involved.
Well, also, she's just going through a divorce and stuff like that. She's got a lot on her plate. She's probably like, fuck this. I think she's getting sued, too, for like alimony and everything.
And his dad fucking kicked him out. I mean, Jesus, what a fucking
He seems like trash.
Yeah, no, he seems like an absolute garbage pail kid.
Yeah. I didn't realize he's like 30. He's like a decade younger than her. I didn't know that.
And a decade dumber.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I think that this is interesting, and we can do this diplomatically without throwing anything under the bus.
I appreciate this.
But
already,
cast your minds and imagine you meet your husband, Chris, your husband, Tony. You're not married yet or what have you. You're like, okay, well, I might date this person.
Okay.
But say they're really fucking into something that's kind of weird and creepy, like a weird hobby that you're not interested in at all. That's
a hobby?
Let's say a hobby. Let's keep it nice and not say like a religion or a belief system.
I hear you, but I don't think we can divorce it from a belief system. Because the thing is, I can get over most hobbies unless it's criminal or fucking really. It'd have to be like really fucking weird for me not to be able to be like, that's your thing, you do your thing. That is a deal. I'm sorry. That's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker.
A major belief system divergence, difference, I couldn't get beyond that. Like if we just literally don't see the world the same way,
right?
I'm not going to be able to just be like, you know what, you have your cult thing, and I'll be in my knitting circle and we'll meet back up later tonight. Like no.
That's just not how it works. I think that you're gonna have to see eye to eye. I agree.
Too much of a hurdle. Yeah.
Right. And I'm not trying to like fuck with anybody. Like keywords, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Sure.
Yes.
I don't care what you...
Or taking advantage of people.
Taking advantage of people.
But it is hurting people. But that is hurting somebody.
Yes. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not like being like that, then believe whatever you want. But if it is very counter to my beliefs, and it doesn't have to be a religion, it can just be worldview, like any kind of belief system, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I'm
not
happy
work.
to divorce myself from his Scientology background just because it's Tom Cruise. I'm in love with the caricature of somebody. You know what I mean? Like I'm in love with like I've the person who I've seen in movies since I was a kid.
You're not trying to really marry him.
Kind of high, kind of pie in the sky creation. This fake entity of a person that's not. I think that he's genuinely a nice person. Is there any way I would ever, it just we just don't have the same. It would be impossible to see eye to eye on things like that, and I can understand.
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave Chris for him. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is good to know. Is that
it
what
is
we were
good
getting
to know?
Did
Yeah.
Chris put you up to this?
Yeah. Yeah. Really trying to get to the heart of it.
He's like, will you just dive in a little deeper? I want to see where her head's at.
Yeah. But to answer your other question, like if it's like, I don't know, if he's really into Formula One racing, I'm like, that's fine. I mean, I'm not, but like you
Honestly,
enjoy.
I could learn to be. I've definitely fallen into hobbies that because I think I'm pretty open to the idea.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't.
Oh, I've played Magic the Gathering.
Right.
I've been that person.
Yeah.
I've watched WWF and cheered for The Rock.
There you go. See,
Yeah.
I mean,
And you don't even like The Rock. We've famously, you don't
Wow.
find him handsome.
No.
Just
She's
to remind
wrong.
our listeners, because that's something you said that I think about regularly.
lives
I
in
do
your
have
brain.
some hot takes. Yeah, because I know I've upset listeners with I don't think The Rock is handsome. And I also don't think Patrick Swayze was handsome.
Yeah.
I think he's a really cool motherfucker, and I would love to be pals with him. He seems
And
like
I
an
think
amazing
that's where
dude.
it is for me. Like, there's something about Patrick Swayze. It's
his
not
personality.
Just, yeah. Because it's not just like he's a good-looking guy. I think he's objectively a handsome.
I do feel the same about The Rock. I do want to be clear. He seems
you get it.
amazing,
Yeah.
and I do get it. It's just not.
I mean, if
not
it
for
came
me.
down to it, I would choose Patrick Swayze. I think that The Rock probably tends to sway
Yeah,
a little bit more right.
Yeah, if I had to pick between those two, The Rock or Patrick Swayze, I would actually probably pick Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
But you know what might be a bit of a hot take, especially because I have come hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah, so
Really
what?
did not mean to pause right there.
So it's what she said.
Right.
On this podcast, I have like really backed Alexander Skarsgård like hard on this podcast as like a really hot man.
Dude, in Succession?
He's slipping for me.
Oh, dude, I think he's so hot.
No.
I think he's so hot in Succession. He's such a fucking weird,
such a weirdo.
awful person in that show, but I'm like,
Like
so
okay,
hot.
Oh man, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but so we will discuss like when we do our break. But the stuff that he was sending his comms director,
Yeah.
and that character and the way he plays that character, I'm like, I buy it.
I get it.
Fucking buy it. That guy looks like. No. So he's not. I don't know. I'm like, is he getting less hot or is it the character? I don't know. For me, but you're saying you still think he's sexy.
Oh,
So
amazing. But you
I
know,
want him and Shiv to bone, but I don't necessarily like.
oh, I'm Team Wamsgans all the way. Yeah, I love Tom Wamsgans.
Oh no, Christina.
I do.
Wow, I have no clue what's happening.
I am so worried about you. We'll get off of this because I don't want to leave just Cassie over
I'm
here
like over here
alone
like,
in the
what's
corner.
happening?
But like listeners, listen to me. Listen to me. I need your feedback on this. I need you to get into our comment section, slide into our DMs and tell us if you think Tom Wamsgans is hot. And I don't mean the actor because that's also Mr. Darcy. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But the character Tom Wamsgans is not hot.
Dude, I'm sorry. After this latest episode, I was like, it fanned the flames.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. All right. We need to know. Listeners, please. Let us know.
Let us know. Oh, changing the topic completely. I am super fucking pissed off at myself in a deep way. And I will say it's because I saw a TikTok this week. I'm actually tearing up thinking about it.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Because I saw a clip of Missy Elliott's performance for the Lovers and Friends concert that we had talked about going to.
Oh no, is it so good?
I was shitting in my pants.
No.
It was so fucking good. I was dying of envy, jealousy, everything. If I could build a time machine, it will no longer be for like a noble cause. It will be to go back in time, buy a ticket to this fucking concert. My millennial heart exploded.
Yeah, I am the worst at talking myself out of doing things. I think it's that like poverty PTSD of that, like where I will convince myself not to spend the money on things. Like I'll be like, no, you can't do it. And then I just think about like how many
fucking amazing experiences
I've missed out on. I've sold myself short on. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so then like a few minutes later, then I saw clips from fucking Beyonce's tour. And I was like,
yeah,
wow,
that's it. I'm committing to going to more concerts.
Let's just go ahead. This year's already, feeling pretty packed and frantic. Mm-hmm. Let's commit right now on mic. 2024 girls trip concert.
Okay. Yes.
Somewhere we're going to go somewhere.
Who is your absolute, like, if they're in fucking concert, no questions asked?
Oh, Radiohead. Always.
God damn it. That was mine.
Have you seen Radiohead?
Oh, several times.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You have to pick someone you haven't seen.
Someone I haven't seen? Yeah. Oh, Beyonce for sure.
Mine was Radiohead. Sure. I can use that.
Yeah. I don't know who mine would be. I don't know. But I would love to see Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce just puts on a really good show,
right?
Because
are you gonna be the one that's gonna be pissed off about Taylor Swift,
about missing her concert?
Yeah,
I mean, I know
you're a Swiftie.
I really did. I was listening to my Taylor Swift vinyl when you guys came over. I really love Taylor Swift, but I was not willing to. I don't love her enough to put myself in the fray of that shit that was happening for the Eras tour. I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah,
and that seemed exhausting.
Yeah.
I can't do it. So maybe I'm not as hardcore as some other people. I would love to go mostly for the community. Mm-hmm. Have you seen people who couldn't get tickets to see the Eras tour? They're gathering outside. They're dressing up like they're going to the concert.
My friend said that.
And big, hundreds of people standing outside, all dressed up, dancing and singing along because you can hear outside. And so the community of the Swiftie community is something that I would like to go, because I think Beyonce is probably a better performer.
But those clips, I'm just like, she's so fucking talented. Incredible.
I watched that Homecoming documentary and I was like, this bitch I'm so tired just watching her do this.
Yeah.
She doesn't stop. She doesn't even look like it's that hard. And she's dancing nonstop for 2 hours.
It is a natural antidepressant for me. Yeah. Is that documentary.
Yeah.
And it also it motivates me. I'm like, oh, I'm going to clean the house to this, or, oh, I'm going to get that report done. I put on Homecoming probably once every 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I always think about her when she did Formation at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And everybody forgot that it was actually Coldplay. Do you remember? That was not Beyonce's halftime show. That was Coldplay's halftime show.
I completely forgot. So you told me. I was like, what?
She was the special guest for Coldplay's halftime show. And nobody remembered. Chris Martin came out at the end I'm here too.
Right.
Who are you?
Who?
Okay.
Is that your manager? Is that your stage manager?
Oh my God.
Okay, so we're committing. Sometime we're gonna all get together. We're gonna have several meetings about this. I'm certain.
It's time. I think part of it too is just that absolutely incredible couple of years that we had, making it through the panda. Mm-hmm. So I think that now that it's back on, I'm looking at things like that Missy Elliott concert, and I was just I think Missy Elliott is incredible. I think she's one of the most talented producers to ever be in the game.
That would be up there in my list of people who I would love to see live.
Oh my God. I'll show you guys the TikTok when we get off. It's I was chills, goosebumps, all the things.
Yeah.
So leading into the Fuck, Marry, Kill, then I think we do a music edition.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Musician or band or what's your thoughts?
I think let's
Concert
open
wish
it up.
list?
Concert wish list. Fuck, marry, kill.
Concert wish list.
Yeah,
Oof.
like Coachella is a very different vibe from like Burning Man. Well, Burning Man's not really a concert, but
it's hard too because I feel like so many of the artists that I really like are actually not good live.
Yeah,
Frank Ocean, sweetheart, sweetie, I love him so fucking much. He's such a good musician, but he's not meant to be enjoyed that way.
Right.
know?
Yeah, well, we just went to a show like that.
Soon is the thing, right?
Maybe.
I think a lot of people were talking about like because he hasn't performed since his brother passed.
But he also has never been great live. Like I
don't know his pre.
Yeah, he's. I love his his music is incredible. What were you just saying, Christina? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that concert we just went to not that long ago.
Andy Schoaf.
Love
him.
his music, but
just very
live is
chill.
just
It's
a
just
little too chill.
Real. It was. He did good.
He did
sounds
great.
exactly like he does on the record, but
now I want something a little bit more energy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man. So band wise, that we'd love to see live that we haven't seen. So I can't pick Radiohead because I have seen them.
To be honest,
so many times.
It is my number one pick. So I am picking Radiohead. So you have to worry no further.
Can we pick Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Can we do Dead or Alive? Because I think that opens up a whole different.
Oh, I choose Pink Floyd then.
Yeah. God damn it!
Oh shit!
Damn.
Okay.
Damn it!
You know what?
Okay. Fuck. That's good.
I would love. Oof, this is actually, I made it harder because part of me is like, I would love to hear Sam Cooke's voice in person.
Damn.
Wow.
You know what I
done.
mean? Like hearing Sam Cooke. But then there's also part of me that if I could have seen Tina Turner perform in her prime, like in the 70s,
Yes.
Tina Turner,
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
I mean, we got it by proxy a little bit by getting to watch Angela Bassett doing What's Love Got to Do with It.
And also, Tina Turner did perform forever.
Listen, I want 80s Tina Turner.
Dude, yes, simply the best. Yes. But I'm gonna go with Sam Cooke because you and Eric got me that incredible vinyl, and he sounds so good on that vinyl. I can't imagine the sugary sweet vocals in real life.
Oh my god! And dancing in like a hoop skirt or
a swing
like
skirt,
a hot club.
Also, he's hot.
He's so hot.
Yeah, that's a handsome man.
God, this is tough.
Yeah,
this is really tough because I'm inclined to go along the vibes that you chose, like the Pink Floyd vibes. My head immediately was like Led Zeppelin. That'd be fucking insane.
So many drugs.
Yeah.
That concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm also like the Doors would be fucking incredible. Like that would be a fucking wild
Off
time.
the rails. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we could have stumbled home to my last apartment from it because they were at the whiskey. Yeah.
Man, I think I'm actually going to go, gosh, this is really tough. I didn't expect it. Pink Floyd just,
Gotcha.
You Radioheaded me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Radiohead.
Okay.
Dead or Alive.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Radiohead,
Yep.
Pink Floyd, Sam Cooke.
Wow. This is Fuck, Marry, Friend, by the way, right?
It has to be.
Listen,
Yeah.
2023, hard times.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of our Fuck, Marry, Kills have been
Listen,
Fuck, Marry, Friend this
and
year.
I have no
regrets. Yeah.
none.
Ooh.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Go.
I'm fucking Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's silky
Okay.
smooth.
That's a safe.
Amazing voice. He's so sexy. It would be
He's good at it.
yes.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very good.
You're making strong argument here.
Yeah. I mean, anyone that can sing like that and craft songs like that is good in bed.
Yeah. He was also a ladies' man. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
And, not to marry.
Yeah.
But have a brief fling with, happy with that.
Yeah.
Marrying David Gilmour from Pink Floyd.
Oh, you're getting specific.
Very
Yes.
specific.
Very
I'm
specific.
gonna marry the whole band. We're doing the whole
bang.
shebang, okay?
Roger Waters is a little questionable at times with some of his stuff, but I think overall that
Not
sounds
Sid,
to me.
though.
Yeah, not Sid. Oh,
Poor Sid.
that music and particularly Dark Side is something that like so funny because Tony sent us that thing about that woman at the Philharmonic having a full body orgasm.
Okay, listen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I did not have a full body orgasm to Dark Side of the Moon, but it was like I've listened to it young enough where it opened my brain to what emotion and feeling in music is.
Wow.
It's one of my earliest memories of music is the guitar line in Shine On You Crazy Diamond. And I remember asking my dad, like, why is it so sad? And so like that was, it really kind of grew my love for music out of that. And so I think with that depth of incredible lyrics and everything, that it would be a good marriage for me. So I'm going to marry Pink Floyd, and I'm going to friend Radiohead, mostly Johnny Greenwood, because I heard that Tom is not the nicest
I heard he's not
person.
super nice.
Yeah,
but he's so creatively incredible.
Yeah. But I need someone nice. I've alally done the whole marriage with a not nice person.
That like I don't know.
They actually would remind me a lot of each other.
I don't know a lot about these people. Like I don't know a lot of details about any of the band members. So when I say that I'm doing whatever with whoever, just know it's the vibes.
Right.
It's the vibes of the bands.
Right. It's the music.
One star.
Yes, I'm like it's because I don't know. It's like the music and the energy and like how I feel about that for the most part. I'm also gonna fuck Sam Cooke. I would love to marry Sam Cooke. If he asked me, I'd say yes.
Yeah,
but like
you couldn't say no.
I couldn't say no. But like that you're entering into.
You're at home alone a lot.
You're home alone a lot. He's coming home late a lot, smelling like
someone
else's perfume. Oh my god!
Oh, it's too soon. I'm sorry.
Too soon, Cassie.
Okay.
Oh my god. But I'm tempted to marry him because he was political.
Yeah.
He was trying to do a lot of things in music, not only for the Black community, but also just like there were so many monopolies in music at the time that he was trying to break down, and like also that fucking voice and that fucking face. Such a handsome man. But
God, this is tough.
it's hard. I'm gonna friend him. I'm gonna fuck him and friend him, and I'm gonna help him organize politically. We're gonna do that. That feels better. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because I'm going on band vibes.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Neither band vibe is a good marriage. They are both kind of a bummer.
No.
But I'm going to go Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Because Radiohead is
Radiohead's so solitary. Like a lot of their music, especially earlier on, the themes of alienation, and
I listen to High and Dry when I want to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of my emotional prep songs when I was in acting school. I'm not kidding. So I
believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I can marry Radiohead just because I'm like, I feel, it's going to be a lot of, sad crying in a shower. I can't do
Pink
it.
Floyd's very emotional.
But it's also very emotional too. I know. But I feel like maybe
but it's like, it feels angrier. A lot of when Pink Floyd talks or their music, it does feel like it's a lot less me and more us.
Yes.
It's super esoteric.
Yes.
Them.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly.
It's more of a we kind of music.
Like I love Radiohead. I totally love Radiohead, but I do feel like it is kind of just like there's a little apathy, I feel like, with Radiohead that like I don't want to marry necessarily. Whereas I feel like there might be some action with Pink Floyd, if that makes any sense. I don't know. We might be doing something.
Dude, early pictures of Dave Gilmour. Yeah. Holy crap. He is a heart throb. I had to bring it up. And Johnny Greenwood is still keeping it tight.
So you're going to marry
I'm going to marry Pink Floyd. Yeah.
And then friends
Radiohead.
Got it. Ooh,
I'll cry with them all day. I fucking love sad music. Let's go.
This is really tough. I think I'm going to fuck Radiohead. Because I don't see it as a long-term commitment. I see it as, like you said, it's enjoyable. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a do it and move on.
Deep conversations that night. Yeah, it's going to be a good date.
Whereas I think I'm going to marry
Sam
Cooke.
This face
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna fuck that.
This face eats pussy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Come on.
Yeah.
David Gilmour.
Yes.
Yeah, he's hot. He's really hot. That's a mistake I would have made. I did make. That's a mistake I've made. That's the face of a mistake I've made. Long hair, plays guitar. Sorry, been there. Okay.
You're like, actually.
Do you need help with your amp? I got it.
I'm trying to move
an
front row
8x10 cabinet by yourself.
Do you know how many gigs I went to for guys and sat in the front row? Like,
Yes.
An embarrassing number.
Jesus Christ.
The same.
I'm gonna marry Pink Floyd.
Yes.
I'm going to friend Sam Cooke. I agree with you on what you were saying about like his political activeness. Like, you know, like to me, that's somebody I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to like spend time with that person, be in their sphere. Exactly. You just want to be in their sphere. Exactly. And then, I'm going to marry Pink Floyd. I'm not saying it's a good decision. It's just, it feels like home.
We're in the same boat. I get it.
There's something very like Pink Floyd is absolutely, Christina. I remember putting it in headphones and just sitting with my eyes closed and just immersing myself in like, you know, all of their stuff. Like I just,
we've all smoked weed to Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
So much.
Take you places.
Yeah.
It'll take you
It
places.
does. Yes. Pink Floyd will take you places. That is part of it.
That's
too.
our next shirt.
Pink Floyd.
Take you places.
Smoke drugs. Listen to Pink Floyd. It'll take you places.
Yeah.
Going places, and it's just the
the prism.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, you guys want to take 5, and then we'll come back with stories.
Sounds good.
And we're back. All right, Christina.
All right. Are you ready to rumble? I shouldn't have said that because I don't want to have to pay that guy for saying it. But yeah, this one made me furious. So go on a journey with me. She says, I went out with a guy who asked me out to dinner. I'm cool with being wined and dined, but on a first date, I like to keep it cash. Keep the steak dinner at a 5-star wine bar for when we're in a relationship.
Yes.
And free from first date expectation protocol.
That is so smart. Yeah. Don't take me. I'm going to. No. Yeah.
No. It's too much. It's
pressure.
Weird. It's pressure. It's I don't like it. So I suggested we go to a sports bar owned by a local NBA player, had a nice outdoor bar area with patio games and plenty of tables. When we got our menus, I got my first red flag. He said he was a little short on cash. I told him not to worry about it. I'll pay for my meal and drinks.
Okay.
The waiter asked if we wanted an appetizer, which I normally skip because I have no self-control and want to be able to enjoy my meal. Girl, same.
Yeah, look, if you give me free shit, bread, chips, like
it's
eating,
on.
Yeah, it is on.
Dude, the amount of times I've filled up on potato skins.
Yeah.
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 It's a problem.
Potato skins.
I
So
know.
good once they hit your lips.
I know.
I haven't had a potato skin since I was like in my 20s.
Oh my God. I want a TGI Friday.
TGI Friday.
Right.
It's the only way.
Fucking now.
Honestly, I can't even think of one other thing that TGI Fridays makes. But
It's
those
a-
potato skins are fucking good.
They are.
Do they have like the deep fried green beans that are like
I think
covered
they do.
in like breaded green
I think
beans?
they do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yum.
And those
I
are
remember
always
those.
good too. Yeah.
Okay.
Delicious.
Do we need to go? Who are we?
I will go to TGI Fridays right fucking now.
I don't even know where there is a TGI.
I know. I don't either.
Encino, maybe.
There can't be.
Somewhere up in Northridge, probably. I don't know. He decides to order an app for himself. And when I ordered a soda, he asked if I cared if he had a Crown and Coke. I said, sure, I may have a drink later.
He's gonna leave her with his bill. That's why he's asking.
Do you mind if I have a Crown and Coke?
He's like, you're gonna be paying for it.
But he also could be like, oh, if you're not drinking, do you mind if I drink?
That's kind of what I
know?
was thinking. Christina or Keegan was like, nope.
I don't trust this motherfucker at all. He's a little short on cash, I bet.
I bet.
Oh no.
Then for his meal, a ribeye steak and another Crown and Coke. We were having a good conversation and ate slowly through our conversation, and he asked if I mind having a drink with him. So I ordered a vodka soda and we talked some more and played bags. I was feeling ready to end the date, and I had plans with a friend group that evening for karaoke. So I told him I was going to ask for my check, and he asked if I minded if he ordered another drink before closing out. So he did. I asked for my check, and he told the waitress he had cash, so just bring one check. I'm sure you know where this is going.
I Keegan knew.
I sure did. I was like,
called it.
Cheap vibes. No.
Well, the keen waitress dropped off the check and said, "Oh, I already had it broken up into 2 checks."
MVP.
I know.
Man, there should
women
be
supporting women.
There should be awards. I really feel like there need to be like yearly server awards.
Like the fucking Oscars.
Yes, that you can submit servers for.
Oh my God, they just show clips.
Yes. They work overtime. Okay.
Yes, this chick wins the Oscars. So she's like, I already had it broken up into 2 checks. And she's like, wink.
I love
her.
And handed us our respective tabs. Mine was like $25 with tip.
Because she had one drink.
He looked at his and said, wait, they put everything on my check. To which I replied, I didn't have any of the appetizer, and my drink and meal is on mine. He then said, I told you I was short on cash, and you said I could order a Crown and Coke.
Oh my! Am I your mommy? Am I your mother?
Wow. No, I don't even remember giving birth to you. That's so
wow. I must have blacked out.
Fucking weird. I asked him how much money he brought, and he said $20.
What a fucking monster!
You had two Crown and Cokes.
Oh no.
Okay. No.
2 Crown. No, he ended up having more than that. He ended up having like 4 or 5.
I'm sorry, listeners. I have to let you in on we're having like a calamity over here. We just spilt a drink and Cassie ran out to get a towel and just tripped. And anyway, we're trying to keep going. We're trying to talk through it. Thank you, Cassie.
Thank you, Cassie. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Okay.
No, that is unfucking believable.
$20. And you know that you have $20 hairs. And so then you order a ribeye steak and multiple drinks.
No, yeah, he was fully expecting her to pay. He was expecting them to bring it on one check, and then for him to say, "Oh my gosh, I only have $20. Can I just maybe I'll get you back later or whatever." He was just like expecting her to pay the difference, just to get out of there. Because oftentimes we will. I mean, I probably would if I wanted the date to be over and they brought it all on one check, and I was just like, "Fucking whatever," just so I can leave.
Just get out of here. Yeah. No, this waitress was like, "Nope, there's yours and here's yours." So
yeah, she saw what was going on.
Queen. So I said, if you only had $20, why the hell are you ordering 5 Crown and Cokes, an appetizer, and a $25 steak?
Yeah.
The coolest waitress in history approaches and takes my bill, and he hands her his $20 and tells her to put the rest on my card.
No.
That's so fucking bold.
The bold.
Well, this waitress waves the manager over and says, this is the guy I was talking about.
They were in the back fucking talking about him.
She knows. She knew.
I love it. I love it.
A queen. The manager takes his 20, tells him he is not welcome back. I told
Roll
her
your sleeves up. Get in the back there. Wash some dishes.
I told her I didn't want to have to be responsible for his tab, and the manager assured me that she would not be responsible for a deadbeat. I gave her a $20 tip and told the guy I'd be leaving. There wouldn't be a second date, and I was leaving to meet my friends.
Wow.
However,
no. Stop it. No.
After I arrived to meet my friends,
guess he did not.
Who shows up?
No.
What are you going to do here? You don't have any money. Exactly.
With what money did you show up?
Yeah.
Yep, the ballsiest SOB in the world. Not only did he drive himself there on 5 Crown and Cokes. Come on. What the fuck?
Wow.
So already trash.
So he
followed
her there?
He followed her there.
No.
He was begging me for my forgiveness.
No. Okay.
This was my neighborhood spot.
Fucked, dude.
Is there anything less attractive than like a drunk man begging, pleading with you?
I think it makes me want to
stopped
vomit.
at drunk man, honestly.
Yeah. It's
unattractive.
Very, very unattractive. So I was in my 20s, and my friend group, mostly guys, were frequent flyers. I walked up to the bartender, told him what just happened, and told him that guy has zero money.
Yeah, if he orders drinks, do not serve him.
Well, he had a drink in his hand.
No.
The bartender gets a maniacal look and said, "Oh, I'll take care of it." I was ignoring date dude, and my guy friends had a protective wall around me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
They're
Guy friends are good for that.
We're not doing this. Then he went to order another drink. The bartender makes it, acts like he's going to give it to him and then says, that'll be $14 you didn't pay for your last one. To which the date dude says, oh, she's paying for it, and points to me.
You have got the
wow.
The lack of shame. I am always amazed when people are born without that gene. Because I'm just like, you know, I just walk through my life apologizing. And like this fucking guy.
No shame.
No shame.
Wow.
This literally nearly caused every one of my friends, the bartender, the bouncer,
About to throw hands.
Yep.
just pulse with irritation. Bartender replies, nope, pay up. He stuttered and stammered, saying, I invited him there knowing he had no money. All this bullshit. He was strongly escorted out and then from the parking lot hollered all sorts of profanity my way.
This is so embarrassing.
Wow.
Like, oh my God.
Wow.
Which was the straw that broke everyone's threshold for bullshit. Everyone rushed out the gate, and within 5 seconds, he was surrounded by 6 men much bigger than him. Yoink. Some I didn't even know. They didn't hurt him, aside from his ego.
Listen, you can't play with everybody, though, because everybody don't play.
No.
He's lucky that they didn't hurt him, because you can't play with everyone like that.
No. He did eventually leave, but after the bouncer made him sit in his car for over an hour because he said he'd call the cops if he drove in his condition.
Wow.
Never to be heard from again.
Wow.
Good.
At least... Thank God for small mercies. At least he didn't show. But that's the type of motherfucker who would show back up the next weekend, because she said that's her local spot.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that would big balls to show up another weekend knowing that these guys are not fucking having it. And you walked away unscathed the first time. You could have.
Yeah.
He's also with fire.
Really lucky. I mean, he got a lot of free food and free drinks that night.
Yeah.
Even with all the like shame he had to endure, he did leave not paying for like half the shit he consumed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's just give a shout out though. Pour one out for your service.
Yeah.
Heroes.
That's a fucking loot.
You poured one out on the table for her.
I did.
That's
Sure did.
respect.
Yeah.
That's respect.
And the bartender is killing it too.
Yep.
Amazing.
Ooh, okay, well, this one's a little off the rails, and so I can't wait to tell it to you. This is kind of a long one, but it's wild. So I used to frequent this pool hall with friends when we were fresh out of high school. I got to know the people who worked there. The pool hall also owned the building across the street, which they used for storage.
Did you ever hang out at the pool hall that was in Olentangy Commons that was by Damon's, a place for ribs?
Old and Tangy? No, but
there was a pool hall that was right there. It was
do you know what you're talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Holy shit! Now that you said, it's a big one too.
Yes,
real
huge.
big,
like so many pool tables.
Holy shit! I think I've been on a date there.
Olentangy.
Whoa, that is hitting. That was like a flashback.
Yeah,
that's
the number of times
I used to
Damon's A Place for Ribs has come up on this podcast. I've never been there in my life, and we have talked about them so much.
They
really should think about sponsoring us.
We should invite them.
I used to play on a league, like, you know, just for shits and gigs, like in my like 20s. It was fun.
I feel like pool halls are early 20s activities.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
It's a natural habitat.
Because we went to a pool hall probably it was like just as COVID was trying to end, but then they were like, JK. You remember that?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Maybe you weren't with us, but we went to the one over...
That's on Ventura.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like pool halls are either like
I don't know if I'm too old for this shit.
They're either early 20s activities or they're like middle-aged dad.
Yeah.
Like
65 plus.
Yes.
Yeah. It's got a very I carry my cell phone on my belt vibe.
Yeah. Exactly. I've got like a pleather casing on my clipped cell phone.
Now, I will say I love when there's a pool table in a bar.
Yes.
Sometimes you'll have a few and you're like, well, play pool. And like, I'm terrible at pool. So it's like the next hour of my life just trying to lose.
Caveat to that, though. I hate it in a bar that's too small for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know,
you always have to ask people to get out of the way.
You're just,
Excuse me.
It's not,
Yeah.
You know if your bar is big enough for a pool table or not.
Yeah.
And many times
I feel like I'm
not.
always in the way. Yeah. If someone's playing pool around me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I see a pool table, though, I usually fantasize
about getting banged on it? On
No.
No?
No.
You don't want to have sex on a pool table?
That's not where I thought this was going to go.
This is so weird. This goes in the category of like weird things I think about sometimes, like what song I would have to sing in a job interview kind of thing.
Sure.
Sometimes I look at a pool table and I'm like, I wonder if I just picked it up right now. What if I'm
strong enough?
incredible?
Just really good at pool. I thought
you
just could pick it up.
I was like the She-Hulk? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
100% that's exactly where my head went to. I was like, wait, what?
I sometimes think, I'm like, wouldn't it be cool if magically I was just amazing at
just
pool?
hustle people? Just fucking blew people away.
Yeah, with no effort, no talent, no hard work. Nothing.
No, just really good at it.
I think about that with figure skating. I think about like, what if I'm just incredible at figure skating? Like, what if I just can do a fucking triple axel?
Just
you know what I mean?
naturally,
not inclined.
Just put those skates on and it comes to you. You're like, oh my God, was I a skater in my past life?
Superpower.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I sometimes also think of dead musicians and wonder if I talk to them if they would give me their talent.
That's so weird.
Pardon? You're like, come through, Janis Joplin. Come through.
I'm like, maybe if I talk to
She's
Chris
not
Cornell,
using it. I mean, I feel like Janis Joplin. I think it's fair.
I'm like, I'm talking to her. Like,
she should just do it.
She should just let me be good at singing.
And she's just like in a dream, I bequeath my voice and give it to you, this person I've never met.
Oh my God.
You talk to me in the shower sometimes.
Talk to you in the shower. God. Happening right now.
We're recording at nighttime. That's what's happening.
Man.
This is what happened.
Sorry.
No one is drinking except for me.
Oh my God.
I'm
like having a bubbly. This is just how naturally fucking weird I am.
Oh man. Okay.
Anyways, we're at a pool hall.
The pool hall also owned the building across the street, which they used for storage, except upstairs where regulars would have poker games. One of the workers who worked there and I got pretty chatty, and one night he invited me to hang out. He picks me up and we go to his rundown place out in the middle of nowhere, right on the water.
Oh, there's a body of water involved?
He actually had a hole cut in his living room floor so he could fish.
No.
I bet he pisses in it too.
Yes,
sometimes 100%.
And
There's no way he doesn't piss in it.
Yes,
there's no way he doesn't piss in it.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't. That house smells so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Course. No, it smells like
smells
fish.
like smells like lake.
Yeah.
Ew.
And I love a lake. I love a lake house. I love a lake. I don't want it in my house.
I don't want a hole in my floor where
No.
Oh my God.
I would fall through it immediately.
There was no phone, no electricity. Of course not.
Girl.
Just candles.
Just candles. Just candles.
Sitting on his couch talking when out of nowhere he just starts tickling me.
No.
I fucking hate it.
I hate being tickled.
She says, I hate to be tickled.
I fucking hate being tickled.
Does anyone like it?
I don't think so.
It's
Literally no one
extremely
does.
unpleasant.
It's the worst thing. And it's literally all it is an excuse for somebody to touch you. And I'm like, fucking stop.
Yeah, it's torture. It really
the
is
way
awful.
that it's like, sometimes I'm like, you're just actually hurting me. You're not tickling me.
And
You're
I
actually
feel
just
out of
fucking
control.
hurting my
Like,
bones.
I low key start to panic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. It freaks me out. No.
I told him to stop and explain I've always hated to be tickled, even as a kid. The guy then goes, oh yeah? Do you like this then?
No,
He grabs
I don't.
my leg.
Stop.
I'm in a skirt, mind you, and bites it hard. Like I was a dang chicken wing. I jumped up and he looks at me confused with my blood and skin dripping from his mouth.
Oh my
hard.
God, Army Hammer, relax.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It does remind me of that scene in Succession, though. Bitey.
Yes.
They play Bitey.
Yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You're in public.
It's so fucking hot.
Oh, Jesus
sorry.
Christ. We have to
No,
gotta
it
talk.
isn't.
I think we need to have a conversation after this. Now I'm panicking. He starts apologizing profusely and asks how he can make it up to me.
How did you think that was going to turn out? You bit me hard. How did you not know how hard you were biting me?
That's fucking
broke
insane.
skin.
And you have it in your mouth now. So
Yeah, we're not.
could you spit that in the hole?
loogies into the hole.
Ew. I'm stuck. No phone. No way to get out of here. I tell him it's no big deal, but maybe we should call it a night.
I would be playing it cool too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, it's totally fine. You know, actually I have I'm really tired. I got an early morning.
I should find a Band-Aid though.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we should probably go.
Do you have any rubbing alcohol or something?
Neosporin, some Band-Aids.
I said, let's
rabies
call
shot.
it a night and he can take me somewhere so I can call a friend to pick me up. He begs me to at least let him drive me home. With no other options, I agree. We get to my house and I get out of the car and run as fast as I can to get inside and lock the door. He sits in my drive for a minute.
Stop.
Then leaves.
No. Okay. So now,
I don't love that.
I'd be like, you can drop me off at my friend's house or something. Like, not my house.
This is not even the off the rails part, guys.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, remember the poker room? Apparently, there were shotguns stored there for hunting. What? He goes there and starts shooting holes in the wall. The police come out and the area is blocked off. No one in the pool hall can leave. Eventually, they get him to surrender. The people at the pool hall said that he was being cuffed and hauled away and kept saying, she was an angel. I blew it. And she was an angel.
No.
I'd move. I'm not even
No.
kidding.
I know.
Like, you have to
Hell
move.
no.
Like, this
I'm out.
man is like, that is scary. No.
That's-
No.
I know
So
he ended up
dangerous.
doing some time over the whole thing, but that was the last I heard of him. Worst date ever. I'm like, bitch, you win.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
fucking do win. You got
Holy
bit.
crap.
You got bit.
And then he committed crime. He's lucky no one got hurt.
Oh my God. What
That's horrifying.
Wow.
I know.
That was a ride and a
That
half.
was a ride. Hole
Lord.
in the floor. Wow.
I mean, that is the number one red flag, right? That is the
you walk
maroon
in
flag.
and there's a fucking like hole in the floor. It's like ice fishing
purposely-
hole
purposely in your floor.
in your hardwood.
not like that.
I don't like that.
That also means like what? You have a lot.
Yeah, what
lot
kind of
questions.
flooring-
Where's your foundation? What's going on here? I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, is it on stilts?
I'm
I don't
assuming
know.
it's a stilt house at
Okay.
this point. That's where my head's at.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, he
Alrighty.
pees in that hole for sure. I bet there's nights he misses.
He definitely does. And
yeah.
you know he doesn't clean around the hole.
What if he got super drunk?
and what?
Just fell in the hole.
Yeah. How big is this hole? Is it
I
an
know.
ankle biter or is it like the width of a person?
Well, I guess if he wants to fish, I bet
I'm
he's
picturing like
opening.
a dinner plate.
Yeah, that's kind of
yeah,
what
that's
my
what I
head
am
was.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would definitely fall.
Yeah. So he's definitely pissing in it and missing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pissing
Yep.
and missing.
Oh God. We're
Sorry.
out. We're out. Okay.
We got a lot of shirts from this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many years ago, my boyfriend took me out for a seafood dinner for Valentine's. Sorry. I don't know. I gotta
For a
get it
nice
together.
seafood dinner.
Awesome.
Never called me again. Dorothy Mantooth is a saint.
My boyfriend took me out for a seafood dinner for Valentine's Day. I have chronic stomach problems.
Oh no.
Which I was medicated for. But I wanted to have some cocktails to celebrate the occasion, so I did not take my medication this evening.
baby.
Girl.
Honey.
I live in a very small town in Missouri, so to get to the restaurant, we have to drive over an hour on a major interstate, I-44. I know exactly that interstate. I wonder where she's from. But
Listen, I'm not great at geography.
yeah, over an hour.
As far as I know, Missouri is a landlocked state.
It is indeed, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, they have lakes and shit.
yeah.
And rivers.
You're not eating lake fish, though.
No. You're right. You're right.
So all of this is, and so it imported seafood dinner. Okay.
Fresh frozen.
Right.
Exactly. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, they drove over an hour. Interstate 44. Towns and rest stops are few and far between. We had a beautiful dinner, very romantic with martinis, my fave. It was now nearing 8-ish, so we decided after dinner to start the hour-long drive home.
Mm-hmm.
We drove about halfway, and it hit me like a Peterbilt.
Yeah.
Like a what?
Peterbilt. It's
a
like
semi.
a semi-truck.
It's a semi.
Yes.
It's a specific brand
Yes.
of semi,
Okay.
like Mack truck. Got it. Peterbilt. Yeah. Sorry.
I had to go number 2. The way my stomach operates is 1, I get the poop pains. 2, I have a movement within minutes.
Yep.
And tonight, I did not take my meds. Oops. Why wouldn't you bring your meds with you? Like, I get it, you want to drink like before, but like, bring your meds, take your meds after.
Maybe you just can't mix. Maybe it's very specific. I don't know. Maybe. There's just like, that's probably why she didn't.
You're right. We were about at the halfway mark home. I started to sweat, to panic.
Yeah.
I knew there was a rest area in about 3 miles. Nope. I had to tell him to pull over immediately on the side of a major interstate. Oh, no. He pulls over, worried about me, and as soon as the car stopped, I jumped out and hiked up a small embankment.
Oh no.
In like wedges and a sundress.
Oh God. I trudged through the trees and got all cut up. It's freezing out, about 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh,
because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh right, yeah, February. Shitting in the snow.
There were no leaves on trees, so I could see the road clearly. I barely got my pants down before having the most awful watery diarrhea. Sadly, I tried my best, but some got on me.
Yeah.
After I was done spraying the hill.
There's a lot of splatter in this episode.
Oh no.
Listen, yeah.
Oh no.
We know what that's like. I went back down to the car to see if I had a napkin or anything I could clean up with. I found one napkin. It wasn't enough.
A McDonald's napkin.
It disintegrates immediately.
Oh no.
I had made a mess, but I was in such a hurry. The only item I could find to clean my hands up at all was an industrial size windshield washer fluid.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do because it's all over her hands because she got one.
Oh God.
I did my
sweaty.
I did my best with that and got back in the car in tears, mortified from embarrassment. I knew he had to smell it. We took off, windows down. Made the rest of the drive. Got home, stripped, and put my clothes in the washer and took a shower. I was so humiliated, but he felt terrible for me. Aww. I apologized. He says, when you gotta go, you gotta go. He assured me not to worry about it. He made me feel a bit better. Anyway, zip forward 15 years, married with 2 kids.
Yes.
We are happy, but now he is well familiar with my crazy digestive system. Yeah. When my tummy hurts, we stay home till it stops.
Yep. And he has lots of napkins in that glove compartment now.
He's stocked. He's got full rolls of toilet paper in there.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, trauma bonded. You either break up and never speak of it, or you're like, well... Yeah.
We're doing
I
this.
accept you.
Yeah, I accept you for all that you are.
All of that.
Yes, exactly.
You guys want to take 5 and we'll come back with the Tainted Love?
Sounds good.
We're moving in a new direction, moving forward and moving beyond smoking. We are Altria, and our companies are leading the way in moving adult smokers away from cigarettes by taking action to transition millions toward potentially less harmful choices. As we move from being known as a tobacco company to being recognized as a tobacco harm reduction company, Altria is moving beyond smoking. Find out how at altria.com.
And we're back. Christina, let us know.
Let us in.
This one is a doozy. You will be on the edge of your seats and you will be furious and you will be screaming along with us because I have so much to say about this. So I will start off in a more idyllic time. Gail Garza was a young student, devout Catholic, and she's shy but very intelligent and just this amazingly beautiful, vivacious woman who meets George Fulton, and they meet in high school and they just click. And they're like opposites because George Fulton is like Mr. Popular,
Mr. Go-Getter,
president of his class, just go-getter. But he falls head over heels for Gail. Now, once they graduate high school, he goes off to West Point because he wants a career in the military. She goes to Baylor. So she's in Texas. They're like long distance. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm not sacrificing my collegiate career.
Good for
whatever.
You, Gail.
So
what year is this? What or time frame?
This is in the 60s.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So she's like, no, I am going to be educated and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, great. I'm going to be in the military and I'll see you afterwards. And they actually do. He graduates from West Point. He starts in the military. They meet up, get married, have some kids. things are looking good. They're moving all over the country.
And that's the end of the story.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes things work out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well, there you go.
George is actually in the military until 1993. So he does 20 years in the service, and he retires. He gets all the way up to major. Now, one of the things that they talked about was Gail was like, when you're done with the military and we're done moving around, I would really love to go back to Texas to be closer to my family and settle. And so they do for like a hot second, but George cannot find a job. So they go up to Michigan.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why does he need to find a job? He's retired.
Yeah.
Well, from the military, but I mean, 20 years when he
he's probably
started,
in his 40s.
He's in his early 40s.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So he's
true.
not ready to be done working, and okay.
Yeah. So he's like, I found this fucking awesome job in Michigan. Gail's like, okay. And so they move again to this little town called Lake, Orion. I want to pronounce it Orion, but it's not. Yeah. It's Lake Orion, which is very difficult for me. So they move up there. Gail is like, the kids are getting older now, so she gets a day job as a librarian to pass the time. Because she had been a stay-at-home mom while he was traveling all over with the military and stuff. She was home alone a lot. George is like, great. Like, it's Michigan. I got a job. They get up there. They move in. And he's like, this job has a lot of travel. So I'm going to go to Florida for a little while. So
then why am I fucking here?
Yeah. Why can't I
do
be
I
in
have to
Texas
be in
with my
Michigan?
family? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's off traveling again. And let me tell you, George likes his hoes in different area codes. And has always been fast and loose, despite the fact that they were both devout Catholics. One of them was actually...
We've heard about that.
Yeah. Gail would pray to like on her rosary, like nightly. She was really struggling with how much she was left alone. But George was out on the road, just entertaining flings, casual flings. He never had full-blown affairs, but he would just like hook up with people all over
like
the country.
Last week with guy
10 years.
10 years.
Yes, no. But so he goes to Florida. He gets assigned this job to help out for this home health nurse company to like help set up their financial system or something like that. And that's where he meets Donna Trapani. Now, Donna was extremely successful in Florida. Like, she was very smart, very driven, got her nursing degree, and then was like, you know what? Like, I bet you there's a market for home health nurses here in Florida.
You'd think.
And boy, fucking howdy was there.
Of course.
You don't say.
Raking it in.
Just
the right demographic.
And she had a lot of connections from being a nurse, so she was able to get people to work for her fairly quickly. But her workers were like, she's like really dominating and like kind of manipulative and like just like very volatile. You never know which Donna was going to come in the door, right?
Hate that.
Well, Donna's just she's high-tempered, high-spirited, very, very outgoing. So she meets George, and George is immediately like, oh, hello. It's the opposite of his wife, who's rather like just subdued, easygoing, kind of quiet, and
I'm gonna take me
pious.
one of them.
He was like, Donna is a firecracker, and they immediately started getting it on.
I feel like these men don't learn, like, you don't have an affair with a firecracker.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
You don't
You
do
mess
that.
with fire.
You're going to get burned.
That's right. Science.
Yeah.
So he postpones going back to Michigan.
Again.
Oh, my God.
Why am
Days.
I here?
Gail,
Why do I have
move.
to be here?
Months.
No.
He is in Florida.
What is
being
he telling
like,
Gail? What is he telling her?
He's just like, this job's really hard. But eventually Gail is like,
You know
you've
what?
been there for months.
Yeah,
and
I'm moving. You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'm moving.
the affair comes out. Gail is devastated.
Yeah.
Devastated. However, her devout Catholicism is like, divorce is not an option.
Girl.
And
Sweetie,
I think
angel.
after months with Donna, George is like, actually, this isn't an option either. And I've got a good thing at home, and I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose the kids. So I'm going home goodbye, Donna. This is over.
It's been real.
It's been fun, but it's over. And somebody that is kind of like high strung, high temper, volatile or whatever. After a few months, he's like, okay, the thrill is gone.
Yeah.
He's like back to my predictable wife at home. So he gets back home. They're trying to work it. Gail is just like brokenhearted.
Sure. Devastated, I'm sure.
Devastated. Yeah. She's done like everything right. She's raised this man's kids. She's gone all over the country for this man, right? So the calls start coming from Donna. And the kicker is...
You know what? I feel like Gail should be able to make some demands at this point. Like, I'd be like, look, she's staying with him because of her religion or what have you, which is a whole other can of worms. So if you're going to do that, then it's like, okay, how about I get what I want now and we move
back to Texas.
And then you know who
That's
doesn't
exactly
have our phone number
right.
in Texas? Fucking Donna.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
But see, it's an emergency.
Okay.
Because...
She's pregnant?
Oh, yeah.
I knew it.
Donna's knocked up. And not only that, we got a 1-2 punch. She also has terminal cancer.
Okay. That sounds like fake news.
Well, this is really like, George is like, wow, okay. All right, Gail, she's pregnant. She's cancer. I think that we need to step up and we need to raise this child.
Who's we?
Is we?
Who's we? Who is we?
Oh, just wait. So George, in his infinite wisdom, and tell me what you would do in this. George is like,
I can't wait to tell you what I would fucking do.
George is like, Donna, come up to Michigan.
No.
And you can stay
No,
for the
absolutely
weekend
not. No.
in a hotel.
No.
And the three of us will all get together and we'll talk it out.
No, we will not.
Have got to be fucking kidding
No,
me.
we will not.
Just wait. So they get together at the hotel to talk through their situation. George is like, we're in this.
No, we are not.
We're doing this.
No,
We didn't sign up for this,
We
bitch.
are not.
We will raise your baby. And
When you die.
when you die. And this is our responsibility. And he's like, I will leave you ladies to it.
No.
He's like,
swear to God, walk out. Walk out right now.
he's like, so you guys probably have a lot to talk
swear
about.
To fucking God, Christina.
I am not kidding. This is what this fucking man thinks to do. He's like, I'll leave you
Gail,
to it.
honey,
No.
sweetie, angel, I wish you had friends. I wish you had friends.
Honestly.
Because there is the way I'd be like, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you as your representative. And as soon as shit gets out of hand, we're getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yeah. So as soon as he leaves, that's when Donna changes,
mask off, of course.
mask off,
Yeah.
and just starts being nasty, throwing the details about their affair. She's like, oh, it wasn't a casual thing. Like, he said he loved me. He said he was going to leave. Like, just being fucking pointlessly cruel. And Gail leaves the hotel room in tears, just broken.
Gail.
George, who had been waiting like in the parking lot, takes her home, drops her off and says, I'm going to go back to the hotel, goes back and fucks Donna. Can you even? I'm like, I'm furious.
I think I just dissociated. I really did. I just left my body
I
for
want to
like
set
a
this
second.
man on fire.
I'm
the worst, the literal worst.
You know what? This is what happens when you let them think that like they're in charge of everything, that they run everything, and that you'll never leave them. This is what happens.
How can you be that fucking cruel? Do you know what I mean? Like, how can you have so little regard? Like, at this point, they've been married for 25 years.
It's got literally nothing to do with her. Has everything to do with him and what he wants and what he
I just
unquote,
cannot
needs.
understand that
it's all about him.
selfishness. I cannot. When I read that, I was like, that set me on fire.
Yeah.
So,
Gail, you gotta leave him, honey. You
Yeah.
got to do it.
listen, infidelity, sometimes there's times where you can talk it through and get over it, but this
is not the
situation,
This isn't it.
Ain't it.
This ain't it.
Ain't it. This is a garbage person.
Yeah. He has absolutely no regard for you as his wife of 20 some years, that he fucking leaves you in a room with a fucking woman that he...
Well, and he's not worried about you leaving him, is the thing. Like, he has no fear at all that you are going to leave him.
Then drops her off at home, to go back to the hotel to fuck his mistress. So that's what the garbage that George Fulton is. So Donna goes back to Florida.
Practicing my yoga breathing.
Yeah.
He does tell her the next morning, he's like, yeah, and by the way, like, this is fucking over. So, like, this fucking selfish piece of shit, like, of course, Donna is, like, furious because
volatile.
She knew that he was married with 3 kids, but who knows if he was saying, like,
truly.
She says he was saying, I'm going to leave my wife for you and stuff, and that she fell in love with him. And she's saying that he said a kind of way that she was led to believe there were going to be promises.
And she's... and he is leading her on. Because it's like he took her to fucking Michigan. He fed her all this stuff. He's keeping it going. He's keeping the fire going. So it's like...
I really, really want desperately Gail to hop on a plane and go back
to
Texas.
Baby.
Because, honey, you ain't safe.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, she was leaving work one night from the fucking library at this small sleeping town of in Michigan.
Librarian?
She's a librarian. And she gets into her car and she gets out because she has a flat tire, and a car pulls up. A man steps out dressed in black and execution style shoots her, and she dies. So police arrive to the scene and they're like, who the fuck is shooting a librarian, like point blank execution? This woman is like a devout Catholic mother, librarian, no enemies, right? And they're like looking at the husband like, When they talk to her coworkers and they're like, you got to talk to the husband. He's been fucking running around on her. Like, it's got to be George. So they're like,
yeah,
George, what's up? He's like, I'm at home with my son. I haven't left all night. Like, what the fuck? What's happening? And they're like, yeah, you want to talk? And he's like, offers it up. He's like, I've been having an affair. My girlfriend is pregnant and has cancer, and we offered, but I was home. I was actually on the phone with her tonight. So they're like, when's the last time you talked? And he's like, tonight, actually, but we were just talking business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just talking business. Sure. Strictly business.
Fucking George.
So they're like, okay. They confirm the alibi with his son. And they're like, not the best alibi, but all right, we'll take a look at it. And so then they're like, they call Donna because that's the only other person. They're like, it's the husband or it's the girlfriend,
mistress, right?
Like, it's one of them. That's the only people that would want to hurt her.
Absolutely.
Donna's like, yo, I'm in fucking Florida. I had nothing to do with this.
How are you?
And so they're like, okay. And then they're like, they get this great break in that the library had security cameras.
Thank God.
And so they see a car pull up. They're able to see the murder, which is like so chilling.
Wow.
But they look and they're like, there's like 3 people in that vehicle. Like, what the fuck is happening? And they're like, it looks like a woman is driving. And they like pull up Donna's like phone records and everything. They're like, no, she is in Florida. So it isn't Donna. And they do the same with George. And they're like, it's not George either. So who the fuck wants Gail dead? They get lucky, right?
I'm freaking out right now.
I'm
on the edge of my seat.
I told you.
You did. You promised edge of seat.
So they get lucky, and that someone calls, and he's like, boop, boop, boop. Hello, 911. I want to tell you all the details I know about that librarian getting killed. And they're like, yes, please. He's like, it's my fucking ex-girlfriend and her new piece of shit boyfriend that did it. I know they did it. They were in town from Florida, and they're like, what?
Florida?
Yeah, Florida. They're like, yeah, they drove up in a rental car. They said they had a hit on that, and they were going to score a bunch of money and blah, 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 blah. So police are like, excellent. So they're able to catch up. They do all this work. They figure out the rental car and everything, and so they find Sybil Paget, a 38-year-old woman, and her boyfriend, Patrick Alexander, who is 19.
What? Wait. Sybil is how old?
38.
Oh,
no.
Sorry.
No.
Would you like to date a 19-year-old Keegan?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And you're like...
I'm younger than...
And you're younger than that.
Right? Yeah, I'm 33.
18.
My youngest brother
19?
is 21. That is
19.
19.
That is so gross.
It's
That is a child.
yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Like
I wouldn't
at
even date a
19,
21-year-old.
Most men don't even have like adult bodies. Like they
Right.
have like child. Like no.
So they bring Sybil and Patrick in, and they're like, "All right, separate them. We're gonna do the old like." Separate them and see what's up kind of thing. Like, oh, he's been telling me this and she's been telling me this. Sybil's not having any of it. She's, a grown woman. She's like, I'm not saying anything. I don't know anything about this. Like, you're talking crazy.
Yeah, but then she dates children, so.
Right? And then Patrick's like, I'm going to tell you everything.
I don't know. Yeah.
Fuck you, child.
If you are going to get somebody to commit a crime for you, make sure their frontal lobe is fully developed. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't.
Patrick's like, I did it. It was him.
No. Oh.
So, yeah, Patrick flips immediately. And so then Sybil's like, okay, yeah, no. We drove. We picked up this long haul trucker named Kevin. And Kevin is the shooter.
Kevin did it.
So they're like, Kevin,
What?
okay.
How did you get Kevin to do it?
Well,
He was in his Peterbilt. They were like, knock, knock, knock.
Knock.
Excuse me, would you mind doing murder for us, please?
well, no. Apparently,
No,
they,
it wasn't that
happen like
Keegan.
that?
Not
they
that.
did pick up Kevin. They did find Kevin Ouellette. He was in his truck in Connecticut, and they're like, hi, yeah.
From Florida to Connecticut, then back to fucking Michigan? What in the fuck is happening?
This
doesn't even make sense.
multi-state, so many involvements.
It's a
So
lot of miles involved.
they're like, Kevin, yeah, you know these people? He's like, oh yeah, I committed murder with them. So he confesses.
So much for that frontal lobe.
Words.
And
Yeah.
he is just like, he's my girlfriend is the roommate of Donna Trapani, and she paid us.
Wow.
When people get this many people involved,
Wow.
like I'm just like, is this a game of telephone where
I
you're
know.
like,
Wow.
You're gonna get caught immediately.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, Donna Trapani was gonna pay each of us $5,000.
That's not
is
enough.
not enough money.
That's not enough.
to
is not enough money.
drive from Florida
No.
to Michigan.
You're barely covering gas.
no,
I mean,
no,
I know
no.
that this was probably what the 80s, but like, no,
Yeah.
I don't like it.
no.
So they're like, oh, that's so interesting. So then they go to
today's
Florida
money.
to talk to Donna Trapani. And at this point, she's pregnant. Like, she's got a big old pregnant
she
belly.
really was
is
pregnant.
She's got a big old pregnant belly.
I thought that was a lie. I,
I
really
did too. I for real did.
They're talking with her. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, these people, yes, Sybil worked for me, but she
Just
was
rubbing her
she had-
pregnant belly. I'm just so innocent.
I'm so
I don't
innocent. I'm
know.
pregnant.
I was here
I
the
couldn't
whole
be do it. Yeah, I'm here the whole time. Sybil works for me, but she's a terrible employee. She is.
Wow.
I was getting ready.
her fucking like work skills now.
Yeah,
That's-
she's like, I was getting ready to fire her because she has a drug problem.
oh my God.
So cops are like, oh, that's interesting. And then a cat jumps on her belly and it dents in.
Stop it. Oh my God. Stop it.
Yeah.
I love that cat was like, this bitch is lying. I fucking
Get this lying bitch out
love
of here.
cats so much.
Yeah, so
because
good.
that was calculated.
Yeah. Mhm.
That,
I love
that
a
cat
cat.
was like, this bitch is lying.
He's
to
like,
y'all.
watch this.
I'm gonna show you. She just put that on right whenever you guys knocked on the door.
Yeah. So the cops are like,
That's weird. He's not supposed to do that. I've seen pregnant bellies before, and they don't do that usually.
Not usually. No.
so they arrest her, and then all the towels fall out of her shirt. She had just stuffed like three
Even
towels.
invest in like a good fake belly.
No,
It's just like
it's three towels.
she's just like me at like 7 years old.
Stuffing your
yeah. Putting a fucking like balloon under your shirt. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, yeah. So they make a deal with Kevin and Patrick, and they're like, if you testify against Sybil and Donna, like, we'll give you a deal. For Kevin, they gave him the deal. He got life without parole because he was the shooter, but his deal was that he would go to prison in Maine so he'd be closer to his family. Patrick got he got 22 years for tagging along.
Longer than he's been alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And so they testify against Sybil and against Donna, and both women are found guilty, life without parole. But there was a lot of investigation that showed that George was not involved in the murder for hire plot. However, I kind of feel like he's pretty culpable.
Well,
I mean, his circumstances led to...
Yeah, but legally, you can't convict somebody on that.
But it's so hard because of I spent the whole program
to live with his actions.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
And he's got to face his kids and his family.
Yeah.
Everybody. But he can't be held criminally responsible, because if you're going to start going down that road, then it's everyone made choices here.
Yeah. Yeah, because she made the choice to stay after being shown his whole ass. But it's still the person I'm at, of course, Donna got justice, Sybil got justice, but I'm did George get justice for the fact that his fucking...
I hope he's plagued with guilt for the rest of his life. I hope he doesn't sleep well. And I hope his kids gave him fucking... I wouldn't ever talk to my fucking dad again.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But that is the terrible, infuriating story of the murder of Gail Fulton.
Wow.
So, there you
Poor
go.
Gail. Woof. Gail, sweetie. Gail, I wish you loved yourself more. You know what I mean? I'm just I wish she knew her worth and her value. And I wish she had girlfriends who could have reinforced those values and been you deserve so much fucking better.
Yeah.
I just think too,
and religion be damned. Honestly, at some point,
I don't believe in. Well, I mean, we don't have to go down that road, but I couldn't believe in a God that would want you to be fucking miserable. Want you to be unhappy, want you to be mistreated.
Yeah,
exactly.
No. Yeah, and it made me sad because she is a little bit older than my mom, but not by much, and it just makes me sad, I think, for women of that generation where it's sometimes felt like they couldn't leave,
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, up until a certain point you really couldn't leave. You didn't have a lot of choices, but now luckily women have more choices and more ability for now.
Well, until they take away the no fault
divorces and stuff like that. But
although
that's
people
not
are going to get married anymore.
Yeah, people just won't get married.
I wouldn't.
But that's not fault. That wouldn't be no fault. You'd be able to cite fault in that case.
Well,
but
you have to prove it.
But they are coming for a no fault divorce, so keep that on your mind. But I do also think that there are still people today who, if you're in that ideology, you're in that ideology. And there are still people today, young people who still think that way, that are just if I get married, it's for life, and it doesn't matter what happens.
I mean, it's all good on paper, but at the end of the day, you change as a human being, that your partner changes as a human being. There's a lot of people don't change. They do.
People change. Not only can we tell that people change, and they change regularly, it is scientifically backed that our cells are always changing. We are changing.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, we are changing all the time. But
wow, what a wild ride.
Yeah. Whew.
Dude, the fucking meet up in the hotel room. I was I'd throw
Set
fucking
it on fire.
hands.
Yeah.
Dude. Set it all on fire.
You're not getting me to that hotel room.
No, you're not getting me to that hotel room. No. In fact, you're not getting me at all. If you told me that that's what happened,
we are going to take care of this.
I am taking our son and going to Texas to hang out with my family. You can figure this shit out on your own.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my first phone calls are to family.
Yeah,
boop,
mama,
boop, boop, boop,
calling my mommy immediately.
Yeah.
Yep. Whew. Well, what are you guys watching this week?
Well, I started the Waco Aftermath show because I watched Waco.
Okay.
Which was, it's got Michael Shannon and Giovanni Ribisi and, Giovanni Ribisi wasn't in the first season, but John Leguizamo was. Really great cast. Was a great show.
Okay.
Is going to make you fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Of course.
Because of the story. So now they've made a Waco Aftermath. And I think it's all leading up to Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Because of what happened there. So
sad.
Yes. So it's I can already tell that I'm going to be like, I've watched one episode and I can already tell that I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a feel good show. Jerry from Succession, this is a very Succession heavy episode, is in it. And I do have to say this, she has the worst Party City shake and go wig I've ever fucking seen. I'm like,
Shake and
you can't give Jerry a fucking lace front. Like, what is happening?
No, they were just like,
so bad. I'll show you a
tight.
picture.
The budget's tight.
Yeah.
It must be.
Get some powder out.
I will show you
real.
a picture because it is bad. But the show, it does seem good. Michael Shannon's fucking amazing.
Oh, I love watching
Giovanni
him.
Ribisi is in this
I
season
love him.
and he's great. Yeah, so. Yeah.
Love Giovanni Ribisi. I've been watching two things, but one of them is one I think you guys might like. I just happened to randomly last night, I was like flipping through just trying to find something to watch because I'm out of school for 2 weeks. Woo, thank God. And I was like, I'm just gonna see what's on Netflix. A bunch of new shit on Netflix, but one of the things was this thing called Missing Dead or Alive. And just came out. It's like 6 episodes. I fucking blazed through them. So good.
True crime.
Ooh.
It's true crime. And it is. And they follow like these. I mean, it's a little cop porny, but I mean, so you have to like kind of like prepare yourself for that thin blue line flag that's behind that one guy.
Oh no.
I hate that. But it's a missing persons squad. So they literally are going, I don't want to give anything away because it follows like 3 to 4 cases, I think, total.
Okay.
Missing Dead or Alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I started watching Station 11 on HBO.
Okay.
3 episodes in. I have no idea how to describe what is going on.
No.
I wanted to read the book first. That's why I haven't watched the show. Have you read the book?
No, I have not. I'm going in completely blind. I love it so far, despite the fact that I have no fucking clue what's happening. Only thing I can tell you for sure is that in 2020, if COVID was super deadly.
Okay. Is there or is there not like a Shakespeare troupe?
Yes.
There is, right?
Yes.
I'm like, because I know that fits in there somewhere. And I'm like, there's
it's called the Traveling Symphony.
Okay.
And the acting, really incredible.
HBO's great with that shit.
The cinematography, and then it is a little bit triggering because it does bring you back to the panda a little bit. But it's also, there's like a mysticism to it that I haven't quite figured out yet. It's really different from any sci-fi show that I've seen so far, and I'm really intrigued.
Okay.
I don't know how else to say it. And then also, of course, I'm balls deep in Succession.
Oh, yeah.
Right
dude, yeah. We'll talk.
Last
that last
episode
episode was magnifique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spicy. Well, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you have a terrible, terrible date story, or if you just want to reach out and say hello, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much. Cheers.
This is a Glass Box Media Podcast.